Hi, today we're going to look at a bunch of iPhones and see how they changes over time. So this one here is an iPhone 3. Now unfortunately I do not have an iPhone on iPhone 3G. This is a 3GS. So the one first come out is the iPhone, come out in 2007. Then you got the iPhone 3G, come out in 2008, July 2008. Then this one here, iPhone GS, come out in 2009. And you can see it's fairly small, quite small, and the back is plastic with a camera, small camera right here. So it's very basic. Back in the days, around 10 years ago, 10 years ago, and you have this iPhone right here, small, and they have also small gigabytes. So at the time, 16 gigabyte would be pretty good. Then here you got an iPhone 4. So this is the iPhone 4. And then they update the iPhone 4. You can see it's a bit cracked because of the back glass. You see how they have gone from plastic to back glass. So the design changed totally. And that one there is also glass as well, with a metal bevel around the body. As you can see, so the two design changed completely. Look at the camera. The lens camera on iPhone 4 is now larger as well. Now on this one here, it's still using the old charging style, the big cables. So there it is. Then afterwards, a year later, the iPhone 4S come out in 2011. And now again the iPhone 4S is very similar to the iPhone 4. You can tell by this line. The 4S has a line at the top here, and the 4 has a line at the top, and the 4S has a line at the top on the side down here. So that's the difference. It looks very similar. You can't really tell the difference. The iPhone 4S tends to run faster, a lot faster than the iPhone 4. And also, but apart from that, everything looks the same. The bottom, the back glass, the buttons, they're all very similar. But it has a better spec on the inside on the iPhone 4S. And then the next year, the following next year, the iPhone 5. Then in 2012 they released the iPhone 5. So you got the iPhone 5 here, and then you have a different design. Now going from the back glass here to a metal body. So they have a back glass at the top and a back glass at the bottom, but the body is metal. So you come with the 3 different colors. You got the white and the black here, the black color. So I think there's only 2 colors at a time. It's either the black or white, and it's a bit bigger than the iPhone 4 as well, and thinner. So that's gone from the iPhone 4S up to the iPhone 5. Again, the screen size is larger than the iPhone 4. So you can see the screen size is larger. So that's an improvement over the iPhone 4. It's kind of lighter. You can feel it's lighter than iPhone 4, and it's a bit longer and more slimmer on this way. And also they changed the SIM card as well. On the iPhone 4 it uses a nano SIM side, whereas on the iPhone 4 it uses a micro SIM side. Now the year after that is 2013. In 2013 they bring out 2 phones. It's the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 5C. Now the 5S looks very similar to the iPhone 5. You actually can't tell if it's the iPhone 5 or 5S. Well, there's only one difference down here is the camera button. It's not easy to tell, but you can tell because in 2013 when they bring out the iPhone 5s, you can now use fingerprint to unlock the phone. So right here on this button you can use fingerprint to unlock your phone. And this one here is just a simple button, but this one here has a fingerprint where you can scan it. And also it has a better speed, better CPU on the iPhone 5s than the iPhone 5. And also at the back here it has a different flashlight as well. So on the iPhone 5 here you have a single flashlight, whereas on the iPhone 5s you have a dual flashlight right here. So there's two of them. But on the side here they look very similar. Even they look they're the same size. By holding it they're the same weight. And at the bottom they're using the same charger port, and even the earphone looks the same. So everything on the outside looks almost identical except the home button and the flashlight at the back there. With the 5s they have a space gray, white, and then also a gold color. And at that time also the 5C. You got the 5C. The 5C is at the back. You have a range of 5 different colors. It's made from plastics. So you got white, pink, yellow, green, and blue. So 5 different colors. The iPhone 5C have a lower spec than the iPhone 5s. It's run almost the same as the iPhone 5 actually when doing a speed test comparison. They both very similar, have a very similar spec in terms of speed test, in terms of performance. The 5s is ways ahead of the iPhone 5C. So this one is a cheaper, lower model. Then the following years, in 2014, you have an iPhone 6. Now again, an iPhone 6 is a big improvement over the iPhone 5s or 5C or iPhone 5. So now they bring out a thinner iPhone. So you can see right here. You got a thinner iPhone right here, and it's more rounded as well. As you can see, side by side, but the screen is a lot larger. As you can see, the size is larger than the iPhone 5s. And you also have a larger camera at the back here, and with the flashlight now you have 4 different flashlight. So there it is. So there's 4 different units down here, and there is an improvement in camera compared to the iPhone 5s. And of course, every new version of the iPhone, there always going to be a new, better CPU, better RAM, better memory, and you have a better performance. So that's the iPhone 6 coming out, and then at the same time, during the iPhone 6, you also have the 6 Plus as well. So the 6 Plus is bigger. The camera looks the same, but it has a bigger screen size. As you can see, the size here. So that's the 6 and 6 Plus. So during that time, they brought out the Plus model, iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. And that is in 2014, which is 7 years after the first release of the iPhone, the initial original version of the iPhone. Then after that, in 2015, you got the iPhone 6s and the 6s Plus. Now you can tell the difference. At the back here, it shows the iPhone 6s. So there's an S button right there, you can see. Whereas the iPhone 6, it just has the iPhone. So easily you can differentiate between the 6s and the 6 and 6s. They all look very similar in terms of the physical comparison. They all have the same buttons. At the bottom they're the same, and they're the same, and at the top they are also the same. Even the cameras and the flashlight are the same. So you can't really tell apart from looking at the S. or unless you go inside the phone and look up at the model. But also with the iPhone 6s, Apple bringing the Touch ID, 3D touch screen. So when you press certain things on the phone, it actually bring up an option where you can select more options on the screen. So it has a 3D touch on the screen. And during this time, we can look back and compare between the iPhone 3 and the iPhone 6. So we have gone a long way from iPhone 3 to the iPhone 6s. Even when you compare against the iPhone 5, you can see it is very different. Okay, after the 6s, they thought, okay, they're going to bring out an iPhone SE. So you got an iPhone SE here. Now this is looks very similar to the iPhone 5s. So it looks very similar. There's no difference when you look at it. In fact, when you open up on the inside, it looks very similar as well. Very similar in terms of the structure and the design. They look very similar. Now, supposedly this has the same hardware as an iPhone 6, so it's supposed to be running as smooth and as quick as an iPhone 6. Only it is a compact version. It's not very popular. Not many people actually bought it, so it's not very popular phone. Not a very popular model with the iPhone SE. Okay, now the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus was brought out 2 years ago in September 2016. Now with the iPhone 7s, everything's have a lot of functions. There's a lot of improvement, especially you can take a big notice with the camera. You can see the back camera is not actually really big. Has a bigger lens. That means you can, when taking photos, it can capture more light and produce a better quality image. So a big improvement in the iPhone 7 is the camera, also the speed, and the screen size is still very similar back to the iPhone 6. In fact, when you hold it together, they are almost exactly the same size. No difference. The only difference is the back camera is bigger. And again, of course, there is an improvement in CPU and RAM memory inside the phone. But when we're looking at on the outside, they look very similar to the iPhone 6. They also, at that time, they also move the home button to the screen. The home button stays onto the screen itself. So that's the iPhone 7. And then after that, an iPhone 8 and the 8 Plus was brought out in 2017, which is last year, and that is the only one that I'm missing out at the moment. I don't have that model on the table right now, and that's the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus. So again, they are very similar to what you're looking right now. And then last month or a few weeks ago, we have the latest one, the iPhone 10. The iPhone 10 actually brought out last year as well, in memory of the for the anniversary, 10 years anniversary. iPhone X was brought out in November 2017, so it was last year. So the launch price was $999, $1,000 US. And this one here to released 2 weeks ago, which is the iPhone 10s. So this is the latest one. At the moment, it looks different. You can see, looking back at all other models, the iPhone 6, iPhone 7, iPhone 8, they all have a screen bound to this rectangle. Whereas if you go to the iPhone 10s or iPhone 10, you can see the screen go all the way to the edge, right here. So it's go all the way to the edge and it's go down, and then this is where the earpiece or ear speaker right here in the camera, and it go up. So there are some functionality changes with the iPhone 10 and 10s, as you can see. So not in terms of physical changes, but the software has been changed quite a lot over time. New software, better graphics, better image quality on your phone, better sound quality as well. That has been changes and updates over time. And now with this one here, it has a kind of like a metal stainless steel on the body here. So the body side, on the side of the body, has a stainless steel. And down here is still using the same, still has the same layout where the speakers and microphone is at the bottom, right here. And over here you got the size button. So the side button has changed. You can no longer use this as a sleep or wake button. And at the back here you can see there is an improvement in cameras, going from the 6S or even the iPhone 8. The camera is now different. You have dual camera over here. They have a down here is a flashlight, as we can move closely in. We can see that look a bit different. Really hard to see the flashlight now. It has a dual camera, so this allows you to take better photos, and it has a lot of other functions as well, not just a dual camera. It has a smart HDR, allowing you to take multiple photos, and then it will blend in, and it will match all the different photos together, and will produce the best photo for you. And then also the home button is gone. You can see from the iPhone 10 or 10s, the home button is no longer here. So there is nothing on the screen. It's totally glass. There's no buttons. The only thing that you can see that's it's still in the glass here are the earphone at the top. So I'm just trying to get a focus here. So it has an earphone at the top. Apart from that, everything is all removed. There's no button. So to turn on the screen, you just have to flip it, and then you can swipe up and get into the home screen. And there you go. You can see a big improvement, gone from iPhone 3 all the way to iPhone 10s. So this button here is also not working as well. So imagine you have to go back to using iPhone 3 now instead of that. So if you've been using this one for a while now, and then you are forced to go back here, you probably think, you know, this is a piece of crap. But back in the day, you know, I remember, you know, you would line out Apple stores, you grab one of this, and it was the best at that time, and it was the coolest gadget to have back in 2000 and what this one released back in 2009. So yeah, we have made a big improvement in 9 years time. Apple has changed quite a lot with the iPhone. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos.